I'm at work today, and I'm flipping through my phone because I was kind of bored, and I was at lunch. Well, I was coming back from lunch, and I was just going through my phone. I happened to go to Figure 4 Online, check the message board, which sometimes I do just to see what's going on, and there's a thread. And it was very odd because I just got back from 411, and I've just been on the Figure 4 Online main page, and it said Final Battle 2000 ROH's Final Battle 2009 to be streamed live on the internet. And I went, what? And I read. And if you would like to read, you can read in the description box. And sure enough, ROH's Final Battle 2009, the final show of 2009, their big giant, you know, I wouldn't call it WrestleMania, more like their Starrcade, to be honest, will be streamed live on GoFightLive. It's GoFightLive.tv. I'm fairly aware of this site. I have a family friend, who she is an MMA fighter, and a lot of her fights have been on this site. So I'm pretty well aware of how this works. And I was like, wow, that's freaking awesome. Got on my phone, text Chase, dude, and said, Final Battle 2009 is going to be streamed live on the internet. He starts marking out on the phone. He starts sending me text messages going crazy. He sends me this crazy text message saying he's marking out. People that I know have been kind of down on ROH, when they heard this news, on just from going around the internet, they've been excited. They've been like, wow, this is cool. This is the type of thing that, you know, when I came on in 2007, this was the type of thing I thought Ring of Honor should have been doing then, because I was aware that you could do that sort of thing. And here we are. You know, when Ring of Honor ended their pay-per-view deal, I said I really thought that they should do Final Battle as a live pay-per-view to try it, to see how it goes. One live pay-per-view. Don't plan on doing anything else. Just figure on that one live pay-per-view and just see how it goes. See where you are as a company. And here we are, and we're doing it. And I'll be honest, I might not sound as excited as I probably think I should be, but I'm pretty freaking excited about this. This, to me, is fairly awesome. And trust me, there are downsides to this. We don't know what the production values are going to be like. If you've ever seen, and I'm sure some of you may have seen stuff on this site before, the production values can be good, they can be okay, and they can be horrible. It really kind of depends. Sometimes on the event, sometimes just how things work out. They do a lot of MMA, they do a lot of boxing. I don't know if they're going to do the production, if Ring of Honor is going to bring in a production crew. I don't know how any of that's going to work. To be honest, at this point, I don't care. This is awesome fucking stuff. Keep in mind, it's only going to be, if you pre-order it, it's $12.95. If you order it, you know, if the night of the show, it's going to be $14.95. Basically, what their pay-per-views were, you're going to be able to stream it live on the internet. That includes people from Australia. That includes people in Europe. That includes people in Canada. There's a lot of people that have not been able to maybe see the pay-per-views. To me, it is a big deal because the pay-per-views, of course, weren't accessible to everybody. The TV show is not accessible to everybody. Not everyone wants to buy the DVDs. This gives, I think, everybody that has ever heard of Ring of Honor, everyone that has ever wanted to give Ring of Honor a shot, this gives them a chance to put their money where their mouth is, to actually try out Ring of Honor, to see if Ring of Honor can succeed. And I hope to God they do. I hope Ring of Honor goes, you know what, this is a big freaking deal. And I hope they understand this is a big freaking deal, and the fans are going to be excited about it, and that they have to put their best foot forward. You know, they've announced three matches already for this card. Austin Aries and Tyler Black, that should be great. The Briscoe brothers versus the American Wolves, that should be great. And a special attractions match featuring talent from AAA. It's going to be Rocky Romero and Rocky Romero, and I can't think of his name. Jack Evans. Can't even think of Jack Evans' name. Jack Evans. And if you've never seen Jack Evans, this is God honest truth. If you've never seen Jack Evans, you should get this just to see Jack Evans. Jack Evans is one of the most entertaining. I'm not going to say he's one of the best wrestlers you'll ever see, because he's spotty, but he is entertaining. There is no doubt about that. And they'll be taking on Alex Koslov. If you remember, he was in the last World X Cup. Had a very good showing. Showed a lot of people. He's been in a lot of PWG shows. He was on this year's Supercard of Honor, and was really good. Also, he will be joined by the returning, and this is I haven't talked about this. This is when I first read this, when they announced that he was coming in, my mouth dropped. Freaking Teddy Hart. If you don't know the history between Teddy Hart and ROH, literally, this is a big freaking deal, because nobody ever thought Teddy Hart would ever be... People thought hell would freeze over before Teddy Hart would ever be in a Ring of Honor ring ever again. Gabe, no Gabe, whoever was in the company, whatever, people did not think he would ever be, and he's coming in. And that, to me, within itself, should be entertaining, just to see how the New York fans, respond to Teddy Hart. Could be just all sorts of just gloriousness all among itself. But that match as a tag match should be pretty good, in my opinion, to great, depending on how. And that's just the first 3 matches. There's still a lot of stuff they haven't announced yet, and this should be. This is their big card. Hopefully, they pull out all the stops. They can't bring in Kenta. They're probably not going to be able to bring in a lot of Japanese talent by the looks of things, but. They didn't bring in any Japanese talent for Glory by Honor, and that show by the people that were there live said that was one of the best shows they've ever seen from Ring of Honor. So I think that says a lot, because if there's one thing that I would say under Gabe's reign that I think was not good, was I do think they became too reliant upon the Japanese talent. And I think that was a good thing coming out of Glory by Honor, was that it sounded like they put on an excellent show and it didn't rely on a lot of Japanese talent. So we could be seeing something truly special come Final Battle. And here's hoping that people don't stream this. People get on the internet, they pay their money. They watch this. Like I said, maybe it's going to be crap. I don't know. But you know what? If it's not, if it's really good, and I would imagine it's probably going to be really good, give Ring of Honor your money. Send a message. Send a message saying, look, think about it. I've seen on sites, on download sites, where you got, pay-per-views, they get 50,000 downloads. Imagine if Ring of Honor just got half of that on this night. 25,000, viewers that night, which to me is a small percentage of the internet community. And it's going to rely on a lot of us. It's going to rely on a lot of the people of the internet, the people that love Ring of Honor, the people that want to see wrestling get better. People want to see the type of wrestling Ring of Honor has. And the other thing on this show, they're going to put Jim Cornette on a live mic on this show, which should be all sorts of awesome within itself. Just, this could be just one of those special things. Maybe it'll be a complete disaster. Maybe the servers will crash. Maybe the production value will be garbage. I don't know. But I got hope at the moment. And I'm just hoping this is awesome. I'm hoping people, put their money where their mouth is, support this. Send a message with your money. That's the best way to send your message, because just about everybody should have access to this. If you're watching this video, there's no reason whatsoever you cannot buy this and watch it. I wouldn't think, unless your computer just sucks and you can't do it, which would amaze me because you're on YouTube, so I would imagine you'd still be able to do it. But anyways, that's all I got. I'm excited. I'm pumped for this. This is something I've been wanting Ring of Honor to do for a while. One thing, and not to just bash on Gabe, but I think one of the things, even probably the people that, and I'm not going to, Gabe is a great guy. I'm not going to deny, Gabe has a great eye for talent, and there's a lot of good things about Gabe. But one thing I don't think it's a coincidence that Gabe leaves, all of a sudden we start getting the video wires, and at least we start seeing them, you know, pretty much every week. They start being a lot more consistent. We start seeing Ring of Honor use the internet a little bit more effectively than they were under Gabe. And now, here was something that I was talking about back in 2007. I was talking about this. And Gabe leaves, and a year later after Gabe leaves, here we are. And we have something I thought they should have had back then. I don't think there's a coincidence to that. I really do. I think this is the type of thing that is good. And hopefully this is successful. Because imagine if this is really successful, and then other companies. Imagine if, you know, I saw on the Figure 4 Online message board, someone brought up, you know, imagine King of Trios. Imagine if you did, they did some special where you could see all 3 nights of King of Trios for, you know, some price. Or a PWG show, or something like that. And you allowed these smaller independent companies to be able to put on these big shows and be able to show them to a much wider audience than what they're going to be able to get to on DVD. You know, it's a great thing, and there's a lot of upside to this, and this could be very, very exciting things. So hopefully this is super successful. We see a lot more of stuff like this. I would love that. I hope everybody else would too. I think that's about all I've got. I've rambled on for a while now, so with that, I'm out. Order this. If you truly believe that you want to send a message to TNA or WWE, to whoever, if you just want to support Ring of Honor, order this. Go and buy this. You need to. I can't put it any more bluntly than that. But anyways, with that, I'm out. Have a good one. Later.